Okay, so we need to talk about the Nokia 6, especially because it's such a great phone. I mean, I have been using this phone for about 2 weeks and I absolutely enjoy it. Nokia has been making a huge comeback recently and I have to say, I am super impressed with what they've done with this phone. The first thing that you notice when you hold on to this phone is the incredibly sleek design. It is super thin with a 5.5-inch display that is just absolutely gorgeous. Awesome to hold, but I'm not sure it's going to withstand a few drops. I didn't do a drop test obviously, but I don't think it's going to survive a single drop. Now, talking about the internals, the phone comes with 3GB of RAM and 32GB of internal storage, which is plenty, but you also get the option of expanding the internal memory with a TF card if that was what you wanted, or you could even use a second SIM card in that tray if you're into stuff like that. Now, the screen on this phone is 5.5 inches and the display is 1920 by 1080, which is basically full HD. And I have to say, the screen is absolutely gorgeous. The readability in sunlight is so fantastic and I have had no problems using this to read anything in any situations or any amount of sunlight ever. Which brings me to the camera situation. On the back you have a 16 megapixel f2 shooter and on the front you have the 8 megapixel f2 shooter for your selfies, and the cameras actually perform very decent. They're not the best cameras I have ever used on a smartphone, but they get the job done. Bluetooth 4.1, sculpted Corning Gorilla Glass, everything about this phone is beautiful. And I am about to talk about two of my favorite features that this phone has. The first is the fact that it is pure Android. There is no adulterate in it, there is no bloatware, nothing, just pure Android. And the first 2 hours that I had this phone, it came out of the box with Android 7.1, and in 2 hours it updated itself to Android 8.0 Oreo, which is awesome. By the next morning when I woke up, I was already on Android 8.1 with the security update and all that nonsense. Quite impressive for a phone that was not made by Google, and I think what really blew my mind the most about this phone is the 3000 mAh battery that lasts a full day on a single charge with heavy usage. Yes, that's right, I have had this phone for 2 weeks and I have basically charged it like 4 or 5 times the entire time. I am not much of an heavy phone user, I do not game on my phone or anything like that, so I guess that explains why my battery lasts forever. Now, flagship specs are great, all the gimmicky flagship features are great, but at the end of the day, a phone is just a phone. And when you can get a phone like this for just a little over $200 and it does everything you need your phone to do excellently, then you have a really good bargain on your hands. Nokia did a really excellent job with this phone, and if you were considering picking this up, you should definitely pick it up. Now, will I be keeping this phone as my daily driver going forward? Absolutely not. Not because there's anything wrong with this phone, but because I have personally decided I am only going to be using BlackBerry phones going forward. So expect a lot of BlackBerry phone reviews on the channel in the near future. Thanks a lot for watching this video. It's been awesome making another video for you guys. Thanks a lot for sticking around, and I will see you on another video that was shot by Kagan. Peace! Whoa! Wait, pause. The Nokia 6 2017 is actually a lot better than the Nokia 6 2018. How could I even forget to tell you guys that? If anybody else tries to tell you otherwise, or maybe Nokia tries to tell you something different, just remember they're a corporation trying to sell you phones.